Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be demonstrating what improper power settings in Windows 10 will do to your DAW. This applies to all DAWs, I believe, because they all kind of process audio in the same way. And this is super important. So I just want to start this off by saying I have somewhat of a respectable CPU. It's, 8 cores, 16 threads, and it's 5960X, and it is clocked at 3.00 gigahertz. There's the option of overclocking. I do that, but whatever. This, for the sake of this video, I'm using the base clock. The speed is, you'll notice that it is lower than that. So right now in my Windows machine, I have the power settings set to balanced, right? I have a desktop. This also works for laptops. And I have it set to that just to save power, I guess. And, it's there if I need it. And if I don't need it, I don't need it, right? And if you kind of load up a track, right? I'll leave this here. If you load up a track, the how a synth in particular. So this is a somewhat of a complex serum patch. I got a lot of automation. I got, it's one note, but it's like, freaking 16 voices per oscillator, detuned. The detune is being modulated. I got a bunch of effects and things like that, and it's 4 times oversampled, and it produces the audio, and it jumps around quite a bit, and you'll see that. And what happens is the speed, I believe it's called the speed step. So it'll Windows will dynamically adjust the clock speed of your CPU. But it doesn't work in real-time audio. It messes up, and you get these nasty things called pops. Now you're going to hear them. I assure you, the sound isn't like this. But yeah, it's just a low kind of unison-based thing with a whole bunch of processing and EQing and tape machines and stuff like that. And it sounds like this. It's nasty stuff. And you'll see the speed go up and down, and this go up and down, and you'll hear pops and stuff. So check this out. Right, you hear those pops? Now those are dropouts. So the audio is happening, and then the audio drops out for a very short amount of time, and then the audio comes in. But it comes in like where it left off. So it basically creates like a square wave. So that's where you get those clicks. And they're not that pleasant. So, I have this on my desktop. Yeah, or you can go into the Windows and just search the power and sleep settings. And then this is your power and sleep settings page. I'll leave this here. So right now it's 0.57. It's jumping around. Not appropriate for audio. And I was playing this and I was getting some consistent pops. So you want to go over to additional power settings, and then this guy will open. I have balance, and then I have my high performance. Let's just check out balance for a second here. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to change the advanced power settings. Turn off hard disk after 20, that doesn't matter, whatever. And what we have is USB settings. You want to, well, this is balanced, but I'll just show you what is going on in here. So processor power management, this is the one that's important. So the minimum is 5%. And when you're not doing anything, it'll clock down to 5% of its factory clock right here. And the maximum is 100. You can set this kind of differently. And, you can do this on a laptop, and you'll get better kind of, longer battery life if you're like on a long trip or whatever. So there's that. Let's go to high performance and look at the plan settings here. So the advanced power settings, processor power management, minimum is at 100 and maximum is at 100. USB settings, select suspend is disabled. You want to have that disabled. It creates some weird things, and I've done a video about this, but have the link settings off and things like that. There's another video detailing this. So before we had, I'll go back over here. You want to go high performance and then just click it off. And you'll notice that it shoots up to 3.14, kind of turbo, I guess, or whatever's going on. And now the pops are, you know, not that existent anymore. Right. And the overall CPU usage went down, and it's a lot more consistent. Or the Ableton CPU should the quote unquote Ableton PC or CPU usage meter. That's an enigma. I'll have to make a video about explaining what that does. It's not the processor isn't, you know, losing power and like adjusting its rate dynamically. It's just pinned to this clock speed, which means that it's not jumping around, which means that it's not messing up the real-time audio. And you know, it's just yeah, it's a little bit more consistent now. Very consistent, right? And I'll show you one more time. You'll see if I go to additional power settings, and I'll just close this. So you will see what I'll do is I'll hit play and I'll go to bounce, and you'll see that that number bounce around a lot. So I'll just do this, hit play. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Ah. Right. So very important. Maybe one day it'll work correctly, but yeah, that'll just make everything consistent. Oh, I feel so exposed. And yeah, this will kind of shed some light on how that goes about. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.